Welcome to the stock workout where we flex on the market to make gains. In this video I'm going to be talking about GEVO, ticker symbol GEVO, and we flexed hard on this. In my previous video I pointed out this double bottom here, and from then till now we have seen a huge run up. In my previous video we were up something like 22%, and I put forward a case why we can go higher, and we did. Currently the price is at $7.56, so nobody can be disappointed in that. In the last week or two we have had a huge run up. That's another reason why you guys should subscribe, so I can keep you up to date on all of this. In my previous video I did point out this double bottom right here, and I said this was a trend reversal, and as you can see we have reversed that trend. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at the technicals of GEVO. We're going to see where we're at. I'm going to point out a few things for you to take note of, but let's take a look at from this low all the way until where we're at right now. My god, 67%. 67. So from the low, from the double bottom low at around this $4.52 all the way until $7.57, that is an increase in price of $3.05. So the price from that low increased by 67%. You can't go wrong. You've got to be happy with that. Those who bought at the dip, they absolutely killed it. They smashed it out of the park. So yeah, that's basically it. So where are we at right now? So right now we're at $7.56. Now I added to my position at around this $5 mark over here. Where are we going? We're going down to here. I added to my position here, so I just dollar cost averaged down, added to my position, and we saw this huge run up, and I do believe it's gonna continue. So on this chart, I've got the daily chart pulled up. I've got the 21-day EMA, the 50, 100, and 200-day moving average pulled up. I've got the volume and the RSI. Now, volume had picked up sort of around 2 weeks ago. Volume started picking up. We had this bounce off this 200-day moving average, which was nice and clean. We had a clean bounce off that, and RSI currently on the daily chart is sat at 57, so it's pretty much around neutral. So what's happened now? This stock price has been increasing and it has gone over that 21-day EMA. That's a positive. That is something that we do want to see. However, it has also closed above that 50-day moving average. So on that 50-day moving average, we are now trading above the moving average, which is another good thing. We are approaching that 100-day moving average, and that is something we do want to cross. And then following that, we do want to see that 21-day EMA cross over that 50-day moving average and that 100-day moving average. We want to see that 21-day EMA cross over both of them moving averages too. It was a nice clean bounce off that 200-day moving average, and it's pretty much picture perfect. I don't think you could get a better bounce than what we've seen here. Now that 21-day EMA is approaching that 50-day moving average. It's really close to that. As the stock price has closed above that 50-day moving average, as you can see, this red candle over here is above this orange line here. I'm pretty confident that that 21-day EMA is now going to cross over that 50-day moving average, and then we just need the share price to move higher and cross over this 100-day moving average as well. Now, as with anything, with this huge run up, you are going to see a little bit of profit taking in between. Nothing to worry about in my opinion. We have bounced off that 200-day moving average and we are moving into bullish territory. The fact that we have closed on Friday above that 50-day moving average, that puts me more towards a bullish sentiment. I think the bulls are now about to take over if they haven't already. Obviously, with an increase in price of 67%, you know, it's fair to say that the bulls are in control, but just on the charts, moving averages wise, we do want to see it push even further. Now, throughout the week, I'm sure a lot of you have seen in the after hours and in pre-market, the price fluctuates huge. It has a huge run up, and then it settles a bit down when market opens. As you can see here on Friday, we were down 4.67%. In the pre-market, the price did go all the way up to over $8. So after it went that high in the pre-market, we saw a little bit of a sell-off throughout the day. As you can see, it opened here. This red candle shows that it opened at the top, there was a sell-off, and it closed here and ended up being $7.56. That's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about at all. After a run up of 67%, if you give back 4.67%, nothing to worry about, because the overall picture and the trend is that this is going to move higher. Now, if I switch over to the hourly chart, now, this is the hourly chart. I've pulled up sort of around the last 2 weeks or so. As you can see here, that 21-day EMA crossed over that 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average, and then the 200-day moving average right here. Now, that is a bullish indicator. That is the first bullish indicator to take note of. Since then, that 21-day EMA has held above that 50-day moving average, which is brilliant to see. That is absolutely brilliant to see. And this share price does hold that 21-day EMA pretty well. All these candles are pretty close to that 21-day EMA. Now, with this huge run up, as you can see here, RSI did hit a high of over 70. So anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. So on this day here, the 28th of May, we did see highs of around $8.05. And then it was followed by a sell-off. Price increased quite quickly. RSI went into overbought territory. It needed a mini correction, and it did correct. RSI is now sat at 45 at this point here. So as the RSI did fall, you also saw a fall in that share price. So both of these in this picture here are both directly correlated. Absolutely nothing to worry about. RSI is at 45, so it's just a hairline below neutral, and this will continue picking up. That's just my opinion, that it will continue picking up. I'm not worried about this at all. From this point here, when I saw that 21-day EMA turn around and cross over that 50, 100, and 200-day moving average, I was back into bullish mode. And it has held above that, which is what we do want to see. So not worried about this at all. Volume was a bit lower on Friday, but still not worried about that. Average volume in the last 10 days was 13.3 million. Even if the volume's low, could be consolidating. Price is consolidating. You don't need to have high volume on every single day. But the fact that we have had this trend reversal just puts GEVO in a much better position, and hopefully we are going to see this share price increase much further. Do take into mind that analysts have got this their price targets much higher than it is now. Price is at $7.56 now, and analyst price targets range all the way up to $18. So there's a lot of upside to this. And from the low that I pointed out to where we're at now, when this price was in that $4 range down here to where it's at now, that was a 67%, I think it was 67% increase. So you can't go wrong. And at $7.56 with price targets all the way at $18, you're talking another over 100% increase. So, nothing to worry about. Markets had a huge sell-off in the last few months. Renewable energy sector was hit hard. Now now we can see that there is a shift in sentiment, and renewable energy is picking up again. So this is GEVO that's picked up. Plug Power's also picked up, and many other renewable energy companies have also picked up. Now there was another company that also does something similar to GEVO. It's called Vertex Energy, and that is going to be another game changer. They also produce renewable fuels. They bought a new plant from Shell, and analyst price target is sky high for this one. I'm going to make a video on that, so do check that out as well. It's called Vertex Energy. In the last couple of days, it is up over 200%. It's crazy. Now, in my previous video, I pointed out that around the $6 something mark, that would be a resistance. Now, where is the resistance now? So obviously we got rejected at this price here, $8.05. RSI went into overbought territory. But if we zoom out now and take a look at the bigger picture here on this hourly chart, you can see that over here we were rejected previously on the 26th of April. We failed to break out at around this $7.50 mark as well, $7.55, 56, exactly where the price is now. So on the immediate aspect, that acted like a resistance before. We failed to break through, and we need to break through and maintain the price above that now. So The price $7.56 is what we closed out after hours. It went down to $7.47. We need the price to stay and maintain above that $7.56 level. In the past few days, we got rejected here at $8 and around 5 cents. So that is going to be our first level of resistance, $7.56, and the next one obviously is that $8.05. Now on this hourly chart, on the bigger picture, I should say, on the bigger picture, um, obviously this support level all the way down here at around $4.55 is the main support level that we can see. But the 50-day, 100 and 200-day moving averages also act like levels of support. So if you see any of these candles dip below these moving averages, do expect a potential decrease in price to the next moving average. So currently, we could say that this $7.30 is a level of support via this 50-day moving average. And we could say that the next level of support below that would be here at the 100-day moving average, which is around this $6.90 point. So if you see these candles break down below these moving averages, then do expect them, or they could potentially do expect a potential decrease in price to the next moving average below. But I'm happy with saying that the first level of support that I'm going to consider is this $7.30 mark. Level of resistance is around this $7.56, so I do want to see it break through that, and I do also want to see it break above $8.05. Now I've marked that on the chart here. That's the level of resistance around $7.56. That's the level of resistance. As you can see, this previous high here we failed to break through, and the level of support I'm putting in at $7.30. Now, another thing that I do want to point out on this chart is if you take a look at the last few weeks or so, you can see that when this price hit this 200-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average is a very, very strong level of support. If the price breaks down below that, then you know you are in bearish territory. We bounced off that 200-day moving average here. Obviously, then the price carried on increasing and the 50-day moving average picked up, but we also bounced off this 50-day moving average here. So the 50 and so the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages do act like levels of support, because we saw a downturn in the price here, and we bounced off that 200-day moving average, which is this red line here. And then when we saw the next bounce off a moving average, it was this 50-day moving average here. So it took a little while, and we bounced off that as well. So these do act like levels of support. So yeah, in summary, first level of support $7.30, first level of resistance $7.56. The next level of resistance is going to be up here, $8.05, and we do want to see a break above that. RSI is sat just below neutral, so RSI is at 45. We want to see that pick up as well. We also want to see an increase in volume, and then hopefully this will continue with the uptrend. So that's it. That's the update and technical analysis for GEVO. If you appreciate that, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Reason why you should subscribe to the channel is I did point out this double bottom here, and you would have seen huge gains. You would have seen huge gains. As I pointed out, from here to here was 67%. You would have caught that somewhere in between, and you would have had a huge run up in price. You could have taken profits if you wanted to. Those who are in it for long term, like myself, we're just going to continue holding, but it is good to know what the charts are saying. So that's why you should subscribe. But that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one.